Arthur Morgan is a man on the edge. From the start of Red Dead 2, you see a tough outlaw hardened by years of violence and betrayal, but as the story unfolds, it becomes clear that Arthur isn't just another criminal, he's a man wrestling with his conscience. The question many fans ask is, why does Arthur keep choosing to help others, to do what's right even when he knows the law will never forgive him, and even when his own life is slipping away from tuberculosis? What is it that drives him to act morally in a world that seems to reward the opposite? At first glance, it's easy to assume it's guilt or a simple attempt to redeem himself, but Arthur's choices run deeper than that. He's surrounded by chaos, Dutch's unraveling leadership, Michael's manipulation, and a society that's constantly punishing the weak. And yet he consistently puts others first, whether it's saving townsfolk from bandits, helping strangers on the road, or making sure John Marston and his family have a chance at a better life. These aren't small decisions, they're deliberate, often dangerous, and costly. Arthur knows that every act of kindness carries a price, but he chooses them anyway. One way to understand Arthur's morality is to consider the idea of control. He can't control the disease killing him, the collapse of the gang, or the corruption of the world around him, but he can control his actions. Every time he helps someone, every time he intervenes, he exerts some power over the chaos of life, leaving a mark that reflects his true values rather than the values imposed by a cruel world. In a way, Arthur's heroism is less about glory and more about reclaiming his own agency before it's too late. What makes this even more compelling is the subtle philosophy embedded in his dialogue. Arthur often reflects on life, morality, and the inevitability of death. He knows his time is limited, and that awareness intensifies his choices. By protecting others and trying to do good, he's not only seeking redemption, he's affirming that his life mattered, and that despite all the blood on his hands, he can still leave something meaningful behind. This is why Arthur resonates with so many players. He's not a flawless hero or a morally perfect character. He's a human being, flawed, terminally ill, and facing impossible circumstances. Yet he constantly chooses compassion, courage, and integrity. His morality isn't a simple narrative device, it's a reflection of the human struggle to do right in a world that's often unforgiving. Arthur Morgan's legacy isn't in the crimes he's committed, but in the lives he's touched, the choices he's made, and the quiet, enduring hope that even in the darkest times, one person can make a difference. When you finish the game, it's hard not to ask yourself the same question Arthur seems to wrestle with every day. If the end is inevitable, how will you spend your time? Arthur's answer is simple yet profound. Help, protect, and leave the world a little better than you found it. And that is what makes him unforgettable, not just as an outlaw, but as a hero in the truest, most human sense.